Welcome, Libra. This is your focus for December the 24th through to December 24th, 2018, through to January the 6th, 2019. So, walking us through the Christmas season or whatever holiday that you celebrate at that time. Um, and the New Year season, if that's when you celebrate your New Year. But more importantly, the reason why I decided to do this is because we are moving towards our solar eclipse on January the 6th. So on December the 22nd, we had our full moon at 0 degrees of Cancer. And so now we are in a period of healing and closure, endings, growing our spirituality, probably, defining it. So we don't really want to be stepping into anything new until January the 6th when we make those new moon affirmations, when we have the solar eclipse on, I think it's January the 5th or the 6th. I'm saying the 6th, but it might even be the 5th, where I've been saying the 6th for everybody, but it could be the 5th actually. Just thought of that. Of Capricorn. On January the 1st, we have Mars at 0 degrees of Aries. We have Saturn, the Sun, and Jupiter all sitting at 11 degrees. The Sun and Saturn are in Capricorn, and Jupiter makes a semi-sextile in Sagittarius. So we have a lot of potent, beautiful energy. Also, the moon will be in Scorpio as of January the 1st. So we have a lot of strong, passionate energy. And we're feeling strong and passionate with the moon uh, in Scorpio during this time period in our life. It's either we really, really, really want it and the passion is immense, or we do not want it and the passion is immense, intense energy. It's all about letting go. It's all about, we say that Scorpio is the death and rebirth, but we have to have the death in order to have something to birth from. So it's letting go of certain things in our life, whether or not it's people, events, situations, our surroundings, our viewpoints, our perceptions. So usually when it's New Year's Eve and we all sit there and we give our resolutions and we don't know why we couldn't stick to them, the astrology really doesn't support a lot of, it doesn't support what we were celebrating at the time. This year, it kind of has support. Now, mind you, we might want to be setting those resolutions at the end of the week rather than at the beginning of the week, but it's more in tune, more in line with setting a resolution, making a commitment to ourselves, and seeing it through to successful things in our life. We start with the Five of Wands, play well with others. This is about understanding your skills, your talents, your abilities, the unique you, and how it blends with everybody else. There could be some kind of competition going on in your world throughout this period of time. It could be with family, it could be with friends, co-workers, or if you have your own business, you're noticing the competition kind of raising their bar a little bit, or maybe you're raising their bar and they're displaying something in some kind of competitive kind uh, retaliation. I don't get this as a strong retaliation. Usually with this, it's more of healthy competition if there's competition. So they just make you raise your bar a little bit more. And knowing that, especially in teamwork and group work, that everybody plays just as important as a role as the next person. Nobody really stands above or below. So if you don't think you're bringing things to the table, you truly are. And if you think that if this wouldn't happen without me, you're probably a little off on that, and it's probably your ego taking over. And so sometimes we need to put our ego aside in order to play well with others. We have the Queen of Swords. This is, so honoring yourself, your truth, your dreams, your passions. The full moon was at 0 degrees of Cancer, so you are probably looking at, what do I really want to do? Do I want to work here? Do I want to help out in the community in this way? What defines you as a person? Work, career, earning an income could all go under this. What defines you as a person, though, I think is the strongest aspect. And so, sometimes we don't ask for that raise because we don't think we deserve it. We're not worthy of that. If you look at stats, let's say they put a job posting up for just manual labor, you get like tens of thousands of people put in their applications. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. But if they put a management job out there, now it's only hundreds of people, because most people don't think they have the qualities or the qualifications in order to really step in and lead other people, or whatever the job. We kind of sell ourselves short so easily. And this is about believing in yourself, in your dreams, in your destiny, of where you want to go. And maybe where things have been holding you back, now is the time when you say, no, I'm moving through that. I'm healing through that, or I'm putting closure here or completion here, in order for myself to step to a higher level or in a different path completely. That could also be honoring your truth. Maybe you've been doing something that you really don't like, and now it's time to explore what you do like. And if you feel like you're stuck in a dead end job, it's the perfect time to go out and really put your resume out there for things that really spark your passion or your creativity, what you want to do, where you could get lost in your world by doing it. Lost in a good way, of course. So maybe something's been holding you back. Another stat is, if you go to a job interview and you already have a job that's paying the bills, may not be what you like, but it's paying the bills and it gives you that sense of security, you are more apt to get that job than somebody who is unemployed, because you walk in with a higher confidence level in the first place. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Once again, it's about your worth, it's about your value, it's about growing material security, perhaps, your abundance. The storm clouds have passed for this queen. You're sitting in an array of sunshine, surrounded by flowers that just were nourished and strengthened by that storm that passed. You're confident, and you know that your true abundance is already from within. So all you have to do is tap your inner resources in order to go forward. Nobody can take that away from you. The sun is actually carved in your chair, and the angel sits next to you. So pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. Those little hints, those little clues, those little things that catch your eye over the next several weeks, because it could be pointing on what you truly want to step into in order for total happiness. So it wouldn't be just work and career. It would also be how it affects your home life or your partnerships, your best friends, your coworkers, maybe how everything is in balance. So home, family would probably be the opposite to that, right? So what do you want? Also, home and family. Where is the balance there between the two? Where are you giving too much or not enough? Where do you need to pull back? Where do you need to push through? And it's not about pushing through right now, but rather making the plan on how to take those steps. We have the Judgment card. Well, this is making decisions. This is that New Year's resolution. It's about getting off the fence. So if you've been kind of sticking your toe in the water when it comes to a relationship or maybe a career choice, and you've been kind of holding back, maybe you got published with your first book and now you're a little scared to even put pen to paper because you don't know how you're going to live up to that or do something better than before. And so you've been holding back in some way. This is the time to make the decision to allow your creativity to flow. to make the decisions for your best interest, your better, your greatness, your better good, your that mirrors, that reflects what you do truly deserve. We have the chariot. Now, the chariot says it all, hold back, right? Pull back on those reins. Wait for that fog to lift. Allow the clarity to come in, the understanding that could come in. Uh, you don't see everything for what it is right now. And so with the chariot, it's really about pulling back a little bit, rethinking perhaps. You could be rethinking your plans of where you're going to go, but more it's about clarity, allowing the clarity to come in, having a patience for divine timing. We have the King of Swords. King of Swords, I'm going to lay it right under the Five of Wands. So, this is a time when you could ruffle feathers. Be careful of overstepping your empowerment or what you do, or, you could, and it's all about passion too. So you might just be so in the moment that you don't even realize that you're insulting somebody or burning a bridge or stamping on somebody's toes. So just be cautious of those things, that your delivery, that your actions has a level of respect and empathy for the other people that surround you, your environment that surrounds you. But this is also a beautiful card to really get on track with what you want to create, where you want to go, who you want to be with, and to really put your energy through. I mean, that's a look of confidence. It's also a look of a little bit of a defiance, like get in my way and you're cut from this. Like, can't have you on my team if you're talking like that or doing this. So you have no problems using that sword to cut away some energies that probably shouldn't be in your life in the first place. We have the Page of Cups. This is a very beautiful spiritual card. The veil is very thin. So talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides. Pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. This is when the teacher appears, the mentor appears, or depending on your life path, you could become the teacher or the mentor for somebody else. This is dreaming, a beautiful dream, an impossible dream, to grow that dream, to um, widen the horizon on your expectations of how everything is going to come together, what the big picture is going to look like, what can truly happen if you put your mind to it, if you love yourself enough to really promote yourself in a way that needs to be. Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a beautiful card to have because it's talking about moving forward into newer energy, better energy. This is usually an omen for good things coming your way. Things getting easier, things getting lighter, things getting more beautiful. So this is new chapters coming into your life. I mean, we have the Judgment card too here. So making some decisions about what's going to happen. When the winter is over and everything and it's springtime, we start thinking, what trees do we want to plant? What do we want to do a garden? What are we going to put in the garden? What's going to sustain us? What's going to be the cool thing that we're going to show all of our neighbors? And hopefully we've got the biggest one. And maybe you're going to do a pumpkin patch this year and see if you can grow the biggest pumpkin. Bring it with a transport truck and throw it around the scales and walk away with the prize. And of course, it's not the greatest pumpkin. It's your dream. It's your goals. It's your desires. It's your career. It's your relationship. What seeds are you going to plant come um, this solar eclipse to really move you into the new experiences, the new abundance? And you control a lot. You've already got inside of you a lot of the beauty that is needed. We have the Page of Wands. It's going to lay over judgment here. Now, so judgment is asking you to make some strong decisions in your life, to stop sitting on the fence. But it might be a little scary to actually do that because the landscape is completely barren here. You have to look within. You have to Believe before you can see. Trust before you can touch. So it's almost like you have to have that determination, that relentless determination, even if you don't see the sparks flying anywhere, even if you don't think anybody's noticing. Maybe you're trying to impress somebody and they haven't looked at you. Meanwhile, you don't know it, but they're asking everybody about you behind your back. Okay, so know that divine timing, pay attention to the messages, and believe in your dream. Believe what you are envisioning for your tomorrow. And the King of Pentacles. So there's a lot of energy surrounding you throughout this time that you can really make some decisions to grow some strong, true abundance in your life. He is one of the most practical kings, and I love it because somebody else got the King of Swords with the King of Pentacles, in the opposite order. Different placements, but you know, he's the calculated risk guy. He doesn't just go out on a limb for anything. He thinks it through, he plans, he investigates, and when he knows it's right, he does go forward. Now, that doesn't mean that he doesn't come up with any kind of new ideas or a twist on something old in order to reinvent something. So maybe your relationship with somebody else isn't, it's a circle and everybody else has a box walking around. And it's time to embrace your circle and say, these are the parts that are very traditional in every relationship, and it kind of looks like your box, but guess what? I've got a circle. It looks different and it feels fabulous because it agrees with who I am, my morals, my values, my truth, my beliefs. Or maybe it's something that you want to do within the community, or maybe it's something career based or work based, something that defines who you are as a person. So it is about making the decisions. It is about making the decisions. But it's holding back right now. It's really thinking things through. It's allowing that divine timing, having a patience for it, and believing in it, even when you can't see any indication that it's starting to transform your life for the good. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.